Hello, everyone. Welcome to Huetopia, and you are watching Kahaaniyaan, our season 2, episode 2. It's been a while, cause life, things happen. It's a lot. If you've been following me on Twitter, you kind of know what it is. I'm not gonna bring it up here, but hello, I'm your keeper, Mariam. I am also the creator of Sarzameen, which is the world that we're playing in, and we are playing Monster of the Week. And let me now turn it over to our wonderful players slash cast members. We will start off with, I was about to say Wooming, but I mean to say Connie, because Wooming's your character.
That is true, but really, what's the difference? Hey everyone, my name's Connie. My pronouns are they, he, and she. I play the grumpy professional Wooming here in Kahaaniyaan's Monster of the Week campaign. When I'm not here every other Sunday, I am the GM and executive producer behind Transplanar RPG, which is an all-transgender, people of color-led, 100% homebrew Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition livestream actual play campaign set in an original, non-colonial, anti-Orientalist world that streams Saturdays at 3 p.m. U.S. Central Time, so tune in this coming Saturday for our next episode. I'm also working on some various tabletop projects. You can follow me on Itch.io at by Connie Chong. And with that, I will pass things along expediently to let's do Kupo.
Hi, I'm Kupo. My pronouns are they, them, and I will be playing Haiti, the best streamer in Sarzameen, ?
Maybe the only streamer at the moment.
You know what? There's no difference. They don't know the difference for sure. But when I'm not here hanging around with these awesome people, I'm on my own channel at Kupo Night, Kupo_Night, KNIGHD, where I stream a variety of story-driven games, like indie games, RPGs, JRPGs, whatevs. And now I will pass it on to Bashir.
Hello, I'm Bashir Gauss. Pronouns he, him. I play Karnain, a utter disaster and also technically herald of the apocalypse who's slacking on the job. I am a freelance writer and cultural consultant. You can see stuff I'm on published periodically. Most recently, Paizo's Alien Archive 4 has a couple monsters I wrote up. I also publish games at havocfet.itch.io.
And last but not least, Morgan.
Yes, that's me. Hi, I'm Morgan. My pronouns are they, them, and she, her interchangeably. You can find me on all the socials at Serena Bezos. I am here on Huetopia quite a lot, not only as an organizer, but also with Game at a Glance and Donuts and Duels, the Kids on Brooms game that happens every other Saturday. I run that. I need to tell you what I do with that game. I also run a podcast called Powered by the Players, which is the actual play podcast for Powered by Apocalypse Games. I do a lot. Just follow me. It's easier that way. Yeah, and who do I play? Oh, sorry. I should probably specify. I play Nira, pronouns she, her. And she is a demi-elemental, just coming in and, guiding the way for the apocalypse, which she had no idea Corning was about. So it's a good time.
Yeah, and if you tuned into our last episode, you might notice there's something different with the display. Just ignore the really wacky font because, computer restarts can be a pain in the butt. But the interesting thing, I don't know why I said but 3 times. The interesting thing of the display is, we have character art. And if you were following us on Twitter, most of today, you will see all those character art up close. And it was, I It was such a joy commissioning Ashwarya, and I do have a command. Big shout out to Ashwarya. Please follow her on Twitter. It'll be in the video description, as well as if you are watching live, should be in chat momentarily. Yeah, just give her some love. And also, if you're wondering why there's like 7 little hexagons under everyone's name, and Morgan's and slash Nira's has got a little tidal wave thing there, it is our way of tracking fate points, I believe. No, luck points. They're luck points. Yes, I will eventually get it. Luck points, which you get basically 7 off for the entire campaign, and if you use them all, you are now doomed. And for some people, it can just mean, hey, your luck's run out, and you don't get to get out of jail free card sort of a thing. For other players, there's some other little things that happen, and we'll find out as they get triggered. Everyone's is different. So not everyone has the same thing. However, what are luck points? So if you roll poorly, and you decide, hey, I don't want to do poorly in this, you can spend a luck point to make your roll a 12. And also the other writers that I mentioned. Anyways, that's enough of the rule stuff and all the cool things that we have on our display. Let us begin with our episode 1 recap, which was quite a while ago. And if this is your first time, I usually make the players do it because it's fun. I'm just
Because you love us that way.
Yes, I just love you that way. So who would like to recap what happened last time?
I can start us off. Because I think we started with moving. If
you're
memory
muted,
serves,
Bashir, if that was
Bashir,
on purpose.
you look so energetic though. So I'm sad that we
I was
missed
going to
it.
say gladly, but Connie started while I was muted, so go for it.
Great, awesome. So from Wu Ming's perspective, last session opens with a dossier being slammed onto a desk in the middle of her memory, smoky room, while her supervisor behind the desk sort of looks haggard, sighs, and says, tells Wu Ming that she, there is an assignment, a dangerous assignment for her out in Makara, a town where the water is dying. Wu Ming is saddled with 2 or 3, she doesn't quite remember,
2.
incompetent children that her agency has assigned to be under her wing, so she decides to just take off without them and check out Makara on her own. But as she is riding on Boog, her stag steed instead of a horse, because she's special and buffed that way, she runs into an old friend slash a co-parent hanging by the harbor slash the docks. And it just so happens that, both Wu Ming and this mysterious co-parent decide to tag along to go to Makara together. And maybe I can pass the baton on to Kupo slash Heidi for what happens after that.
Well, from this is going to be a team effort because 2 weeks is too long for my brain to.
It's
It
almost
hasn't been
a
more than
month.
2 weeks. It's been like a month.
Has it? No.
Yeah, because we play
we-
every other week, so if we miss one, it's about a month.
Okay, well, from Hades' point of view, they were, it was just going to be the usual day, trying to get some leads, hanging out by the water, whatnot. They did get a lead, and it just so happens, what a coinkydink, that it happens to be in the same area as Wu Ming's dossier. But so they managed to not only meet up with Wu Ming, but also caught up with Nira, and had a galaxy brain moment when Nira basically confessed to Haiti that they may have a crush on Wu Ming, and isn't really sure what to do with that information. But yeah, that's taking up like 60-70% of their brain, but at the other side now they're in Makara and gathering information. But I know we kind of left on a cliffhanger, so Nira or Bashir, can you take it away? Help me out.
Excellent. So, Bernard had, a pretty good, simple day. He was lounging around, he was watching his favorite stream, he was kind of eating some liberated snacks. He decided to be an uninvited guest on the stream, and more or less just showed up while everyone else was doing things that seemed important. Fed Tim, joined everyone in the investigation. Eventually, there was a giant divine lizard that was, vaguely familiar. He's kind of blanking on details. He's sure it's not important. And some sorcerer guy with a weird staff. And, he was really hoping to eat one of them, and he didn't get to eat either of them because the lizard ate the dude and then ran off. And really huge disappointment all around. But, still time yet. Plenty of meals walking around.
Would you like to add anything, Nira? I think you're muted.
I always forget. So Nira was, just minding her own, learning the mortal realm, as you do. And, has this feeling that, oh no, a thing is happening that way. And, her elemental radar sent her in that direction. In turn, ran into Haiti, learned what a stream was by getting extremely too close to the camera. And
no personal boundaries.
No, none at all. And basically decided just to go with everybody else. And, fighting the alligator and the human, whoever the human was mocking them. And so Nira had to show just a little too much power. So, and then the crocodile, I think, ran off with the human. And then we're still in the swamp. I think that's where we left off, is in the swamp.
Yep. We left pretty much right after that, where the fight happened, and I believe you had the choice of either liberating the staff or liberating the human. And I believe since the human got snapped in the jaw and ran off, that you currently have the staff. So yes, what would you like to do? This staff with this very oversized, I would say anime oversized kind of spear point head, which looks eerily like the the cranial of a very large crocodile of similar size to the one you just fought. And it's here. What do you all do?
Oh, Haiti would like to grab it and try to record it for their stream, and just starts kind of randomly describing it to their audience. Whew, wow. I didn't tape it because it was dangerous, but I just went into a huge battle, but look what we found. Look what I found here. And tries to get the butterfly to go all angles and things like that. So it looks like, this staff is huge. I don't know if my butterfly can show it, but it looks at the top. It kind of looks like a crocodile, kind of like the skull of it, and I know I didn't record it, but that was basically what we fought. Yeah. And I don't know, it's kind of like wood. Is it wood?
No, it looks like the staff part of it kind of looks like a spinal cord of a large creature. Just the bone bit.
Oh.
Ooh.
Haiti, be
good
careful.
construction there.
Careful, Haiti. You don't know what that thing is capable of. And Wu Ming is sort of staggering forward, like clutching at like the wounds on her body from the fight.
Oh
Put
yeah,
it
you did get
down.
wounded.
It's dangerous.
Well, it's fine. And kind of realizes that Wu Ming is injured and goes, "Oh my god," and then drops the staff.
What? Careful with the...
It
Wu Ming, what happened? Are you okay? Oh my god, I didn't realize that you're hurt. Oh. And just,
And I think that's when Nira looks over and sees Wu-Ming injured. And she's like, "Oh, I mean, I can help if you want some assistance with that injury."
yes. Help them.
I'm fine. This is nothing. And I cough up some blood. And Wu Ming leans
cough.
against like a tree.
I think
Yeah,
I think
coughing up blood.
I
Great.
think Nira leans over to Haiti and he's like, "Is that normal for a mortal?"
No, it's not normal. Heal, please.
I believe you are planning on using a particular move to
Yes.
accomplish this. All right.
Yes. So real quick, so Nira goes over to Wu-Ming and she like offers just a hand out like that. Just be like, "I can help you."
She, Wu Ming considers the hand and then like takes it roughly.
There's a little spark of like joy, just a little bit in her eye. Just like, ooh. And yes, I'm gonna use lay on hands.
Ooh, magical ballet.
Yeah,
Roll cool, please.
What is that cool? Oh, it's a +2. Oh, good. About to get that in a second. Well,
Add it all
Hold on.
together.
I had to pick the other one off the ground.
Oh no, it's Schrodinger's dice. You don't know if you're gonna be healed or not.
Wu Ming is just being tied up, wrapped in bandages. That's it.
What happens when you fail this? Your aura causes extra. No! It's a 6. Damn it.
Well, even with the +2?
Yeah. It's a
Would you like to
4
use a
dice.
luck? Do you want to use a luck point?
Yeah, I'm just gonna use a luck
Just
point.
coughs up more
Fuck it.
blood.
Just whatever. I don't want to cause injury so fast. How do I?
All
I
right.
need to zoom in on this thing. I can't. What am I doing? Hold on. Let me just.
Someone receives a boon. I don't know what that means.
Hold on. I
Just
gotta-
gave a boon.
Ooh, that is a +1, so you could yes.
Ooh.
Actually, I did add a couple of things prior to the stream that I wanted to introduce. So if you have all those channel points all saved up and you want to spend it during our live stream, there's a couple of Kahaaniyaan specific options, including the one that Jess just used, which is a
wait,
+1
what is this?
boon.
So Morgan, you get to add either like a +1 to what you just got, which would change that miss into a hit with a 7, or you
Oh,
can
yes,
re-roll
please.
your dice.
Oh no, I'll just change to a 7. I don't want to adjust the dice at this point.
I might up the Tim Tim time because I haven't figured out what to do with Tim Tim time as a reward. Because there is a Tim Tim time reward you can redeem. I haven't figured out what that does yet, though.
We just cut to Tim Tim no matter what.
Yes, we just cut to
How
Tim
does
Tim.
It doesn't even matter if
Tim
Tim Tim's there. Just
We just cut to Tim Tim doing whatever Tim Tim's doing, even if it's not right there.
there we go.
All right, Kupo, you last had Tim Tim. What is Tim Tim doing?
Freaking
What?
Bashir.
If I could make a suggestion, having just redeemed the point, the rest of everyone.
This is true.
Sure.
Would you?
Yes.
All right.
Everyone else
Suggestion.
is busy
suggestion.
taking care of Wu Ming because they're not sure how badly injured she is. Garnade's pretty sure she's gonna pull through this. She's pulled through a lot worse. Humans are reasonably durable before digestion. So, I think Garnade has found something deeply inadvisable to feed to Tim Tim, and we just kind of cut to this, but at a incredibly inopportune moment in the middle of this incredibly dramatic healing scene, and then we just kind of cut to Garnade feeding Tim Tim bits of like a dead fish he'd found in the water. Just, one for you, one for me, and then kind of cut back.
All right, with that very odd and awkward interlude, we cut back to, hey, with that +1 boon, you said you were
It
going to
gives me a
just
7. Yeah.
yes, and what happens on a 7?
On a 7 to 9, you can heal the harm or illness as on a 10 plus, but you take it onto yourself. So
All right, so describe how that happens.
So basically, on a 10 plus, you heal 2 harm or illness, plus they're stabilized. So you heal plus 2 harm.
Great.
Wooming. And I think as Wooming's roughly holding Mira's hand, it just gives like a soft glow. And Wooming, you feel like this nice, like, nice cooling sensation, like you're in a cave and like it's just like dark and cool. That sort of like calming sort of sense around you. I think you feel that, and you feel your wounds sort of like the coolness, almost like vapor, like vapor rub, like like that nice cooling sensation. And then what were your wounds again? I forgot. It's been so long.
I think I got bit by this huge crocodile thing.
All right,
Yeah.
the teeth marks sort of just fade away because I think you still have 1 hit point, like 1 left, right? 1 harm left.
Yes, I took 3 total, so I have 1 left.
Okay, so yeah, I think most of them heal up. Maybe there's like some that are like just sort of scabbed over,
Right,
not like,
right.
completely healed. And I think with that, Nira's gonna be like, I hope that helps.
Does it like open up on you? Because you're
I was
taking
gonna
it
say,
away from me,
Nira,
right?
Yeah.
you notice as it heals, you start to feel in the exact same place that Wooming got injured on yourself, and you're surprised to see the gashes now on you, so you now put down 2 harm.
Yeah, I will. It's just it's like actually her bleeding because Demi elemental bleeding. It's like a maybe it's like a dark blue. Maybe it's just like it's not just her skin tone. So yeah, there's like her white curtsy starts like slowly getting this like dark blue, almost like looks like ink in a way because just starting to like spread over like her
Like squid
shoulder and
ink?
her arms. Yeah, like squid ink.
Nira, what did you do?
Oh, I'm fine. Don't worry about me. And she just gives you a smile and like tries to remove her hand from yours.
I grab it. I don't let you leave.
Oh.
I say, what did you do?
I helped negate the harm off you.
By taking it onto yourself? What are you, dense? I can take care of myself. Don't do that again.
Okay.
But thank you. And I turn and I stalk off to. So where's this crocodile and where's this funky mage guy who has blasted us?
Funky
She got
mage
eaten,
guy
right?
and no, I believe you took down the croc. It's
No,
been
the
so
croc
long.
escaped.
The croc escaped, and so did he actually. So did the stranger, if I recall.
Yeah.
It was left
So there was a final choice of like I think Wooming had like dove for the staff, grabbed it, and you gave her a choice of like you can get the staff or you can save this guy from being eaten.
I actually think that was Nira's choice.
Oh, Nira!
I don't think Wooby
Got
was
it.
wrong.
Yeah. Nira had the choice of like you can get the staff or you can save this guy from being eaten, and the staff was gotten.
Yeah,
And,
so that person disappeared. We don't know whether got eaten or escaped or what have you. It is currently unknown unless you decide to go track them. And we just kind of left it as we'll see what happens in the next episode, which is now. You've had a few moments to heal, recover just a little bit. And Nira, last time, when you were pretty close to the staff and you had essentially reached out to it, you felt it was like some feeling of wrong. Like you weren't sure what was going to happen if you touched it.
Can I read a bad situation without touching it?
Yes,
Can
you
I, like,
may.
Can I like try to like figure out why, and then if I need to touch it, I will touch it, but I'll try not to touch it.
Yes, you can certainly read a bad situation.
What is it? Sharp? Sharp.
Yes.
What is my sharp? -1. Cool.
You got this.
Not the brightest crayon in the box. Mother of Pearl. That's another 6.
That's a pretty good thematic curse. Mother of
You know what?
Pearl.
I'm gonna, you know what? I'm just gonna do my own. Can I add it my own as well?
Hey, if you have them channel points, you know what? Sure. Clearly, you need the help.
If you failed, you get experience.
You-
I
Yes,
feel like we should make it
here's
more
the other thing.
expensive.
Yeah,
Those
I
3,000
probably am
points.
I'm probably gonna up it after this game. But
As I had like 15.5k.
Yeah, maybe make it like 10k.
I'm gonna say for the players of the stream, you can only redeem it once. This
Like I'll just redeem it twice, so it like costs more. How about that? I'll redeem it 3 times. I can't redeem anymore. I'm marked out. I can't do anything.
yeah, I think there's a 10-minute lockout. Anyhow, I
Okay.
think that was to prevent people from spamming for that exact reason.
That's valid.
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's valid.
Okay, so definitely have to do some calibrating. Thank you for being the guinea pig. Yes.
Oh wait,
so-
you need to take off my second wave. I don't have a wave anymore. Remember, we got the boon.
Oh, yes, you did. Sorry, I kind of forgot. That's okay. I will remove it.
It's okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. So,
That's 7.
that's a 7. Which I believe is you get 1 hold. And with that, you can ask any of the questions that are listed under read a bad situation.
Ooh, these are good. I'm gonna say. I'm trying to think of what the best thing to say is. I don't know if it'd be what's the biggest threat, which I think is the staff or the crocodile, or what's most vulnerable to me. Oh, maybe I'll just do. Are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Are there any dangers we haven't noticed? Okay, so since you were asking about this in regards to how you feel about the staff, you get the sense that it is definitely something off water related. Like, it's very strongly water elemental, this entire staff, which is why it somehow made the water dead at the village or something. But you're not sure yet if you pick it up whether you'll be able to control it, whether it's like, you know, if someone is a sea creature suddenly thrown into freshwater or freshwater into the sea, whether they'll survive or adapt. And those are the thoughts that are kind of swirling in your mind as you're unsure what's going to happen if you pick it up, and that feeling of wrong, your gut's usually right.
But
It's strongly
won't.
water. Yeah, it's strongly connected to the element of water, which means you do have some sort of a connection with it, but at the same time, it's not the same connection, and you're unsure what will happen if you pick it up.
okay. Who is nearby? Because Wooming ran off or stomped off rather.
Arnane is probably still nearby, feeding, inadvisably dead fish to Tim and watching. So, you got anything useful off of that?
Tim makes a face at you, but
Yeah.
eats it.
Katie's nearby because they dropped the staff and was near Wooming at the time, but I think probably didn't see Kernane feed Tim and tries to grab Tim away from
Oh,
Kernane,
we
but
lost-
since they're gone, I do grab him.
Yes. So I think as Nira looks at the staff and like thinks about it, and she looks over to Tim and Courtney with the whole fish situation and just sort of just watches because she doesn't really know like why. I mean, it's a
Look.
baby animal being fed, so like she doesn't really care. Like,
Okay,
Look,
Wooming
Katie, hear me out.
snatches up
You
the
have-
staff in the middle of this and just sort of like holds it defensively behind her and says, "This thing is a dangerous artifact being used by some dark mage. The agency needs to see this."
It does have some dark aura coming off of it. That's for sure.
Yeah, no, you think? And she indicates like the spine, the fact that it's like a skull.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
just
come
saying.
on. That's just good fashion choices. You can't
You're a
judge.
demon. Your opinion on this doesn't count, Carnane.
Oh, I was just saying
That's
because
fair.
if I touch it, we don't know what will happen.
I could touch it. I bet I could get some answers out of it.
Wu Ming is like holding the staff like and she's like guarding it like against both Nira and Carnane. And
Come
she's
on,
like
you know
actually
I'm good for it.
she's
Wu
trying to
Ming.
like block Haiti with her body.
Hey, hey,
a
Wu
little bit.
Ming. You know
Yeah, what's
that
up?
feeling you get when you haven't drunk water for a long time?
Thirst?
Yeah?
Dehydration?
Yeah? You know that headache that comes with it?
Yes.
You're feeling that right now.
Okay. I think it's making her even more crabby. I don't know if she's completely aware of it at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, it's very low grade. Like there's no like visual appearance, but it's like ever since you started touching the staff, that headache of when you haven't had water and you're just like, yeah, the fact that you're crabby, like that's it's very low grade migraine. That's just
But
headache
but
that's
Wu Ming's
irritating.
Usually crabby. Like that's like just
I know, so it's
baseline
not out of
Wu
the
Ming.
ordinary. It's like extra crabby Wu Ming. Yeah, she just goes, no, Nira, Carnane, no offense, but the two of you are not entirely of this world. I don't know what will happen if the
Oh, I know.
staff... Exactly. So I'm sorry, but I can't risk it.
Oh, I know something will bad happen if I touch it. That's for sure.
Okay, good. And Carnane, take a note from this one.
What am I supposed to be taking a note on here? Be boring? No! Come on, you know me better than that.
Be tactful.
Besides-
Run away, microphone.
I pulled away from my computer too quickly and pulled my microphone off the desk.
No.
We're all professionals here.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait. Nira and Carnane can't touch it, but what about you? Why do you get to touch it?
Well,
How do you know it's not doing something to you?
It's not doing anything to me. And then I fall to my knees as the staff takes its toll.
And I think at that point, Carnane actually looks concerned and kind of looms over.
Wu Ming.
So, about it's not doing anything to you.
Wu Ming, as people approach, you get the thought in your head. None of them are worthy to wield this but you.
Oh boy, it's power hungry evil sentient staff time.
It's the ring all over again.
It's the ring.
It's the Lord of the Staff.
Should I have to act under pressure to resist this? Urge,
Only if
or
someone tries to take it away
take
or
it from me?
I want to try because like it's not that Haiti is suspicious, but just well, they fell down to their knees and it's like it's more
Concerned
of like
maybe?
why is booming like be like having it all to them like herself, like come on, it's no big deal, just grab it. So
Haiti,
I'm
you're trying to
slowly
make a
like
grab
I'm
for
just
it?
going to pick it up. Yeah.
No, it's mine. I mean, it's the agencies. They have to see it.
Whoa, you're usually
Huh.
not so. I mean, well, I get it. The agency wants this.
None of you understand. You haven't seen threats, evils like I have. Okay, just step off.
I haven't seen evils like you have.
Carnane kind of gives Wu Ming a look. Gives Mira a look. That's new. Gives Wu Ming a look. And I'm going to try and use magic, and he's going to turn to the staff and just I think his voice kind of drops a couple of octaves. The spines on his back flare out a few, like, grow larger and less human. And he says, "Explain yourself." And I'm trying to use magic to basically make the staff tell me what the fuck's up with it. Explain yourself to me. That is a 13. I
Nice.
am very good at magic, evidently.
Nice.
Better than I am at anything else. That's fair.
Okay, so it works without issues and you get to choose your effect.
Excellent. One moment. I need to double check these list of effects because I feel like this is do something beyond human capacity, but I'm not sure.
Well, it'll
No, let's see.
it'll answer what you need, and you get to pick one more thing from here.
Oh, right, because you get a boat. Okay. One moment. I didn't have the move open because I thought I was going to fail.
Never underestimate yourself.
Yeah.
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 Let's see. Use magic. A bonus effect. I'm going to say banish a curse from the object it inhabits. Namely, I am telling this thing to answer to me and stop messing with my friend. And on some level, whenever a single use of magic gets me, it is going to have to do that.
Okay. So, as you say, explain yourself, and you kind of, I feel like there's a little bit of maybe bonding as you're trying to enforce your will onto this object. And as you connect on like a mental, sort of metaphysical plane, you start to see a flash of images, which I will get to in a moment. It's almost like a little bit of the lore or what happened. And you're not quite sure what you're seeing is this creature's memories or what happened after. It's right now just as you're getting the huge mental kind of like flash of movies. And then as soon as that's done, suddenly you see almost like coming out of this object a spirit crocodile sort of emerging from it. And there is almost a sigh of relief is what you feel as it starts to fade away. And the bones start aging and turning to dust right in front of you.
Whoa,
Huh.
Carnine, what did you do? Meanwhile, as the butterfly is recording.
Looks at the butterfly, looks at Haiti, kind of considers it for a moment. No one's gonna. I think he thinks to himself, no one's gonna believe me if I say the truth, right? Yeah. So I am an ancient prince of the apocalypse summoned to this world, and I told it to leave, and so it did. Because of the aforementioned.
Is the dehydration feeling
Yeah,
leaving
as
it's-
soon as
okay.
as soon as the sort of that spiritual creature kind of comes out and fades, suddenly that feeling of dehydration, that feeling of no one is worthy of this, starts to go.
In exhaustion, I drop the staff and I fall to my hands and I start panting in the middle of the swamp. Do I recognize the spirit creature before it left?
It looked like a slightly smaller version of the creature that attacked you in the swamp. Now the memories, the flash of images that you get, Garnane, are of it's a combination of feeling as well as sort of quick snapshots of two crocodiles kind of doing their thing, living in freshwater, like just being crocodiles, and then a group of masked hooded creatures come and essentially hunt them, and suddenly just blackness, not any sort of sensation, and then suddenly essentially seeing things almost from like an out of body experience rather than sort of from a POV of various rituals happening, and you're still trying to work that out. You're not quite getting all those images completely cleared yet, and this feeling of taking a lot of power from the earth, so much so that things start to wither and die.
Nice.
And suddenly cut to, from the staff's perspective, what happened this moment, and then that's it.
Excellent. And then, yeah. So
You
I
have no
think
idea of time, the passage of time, though, in all of these images. The only thing that gives you an idea of time is the last image, which was of all of you.
Got it. Garnane snaps back to the present, kind of itches at some of his carapace, looks to the others. So I've got a general idea of what's been going on. Dark cults hunted some sort of gator spirits, turned it into magical artifact. Other gator spirit isn't thrilled about it. Good normal Empire stuff for, not any more good normal stuff to do, but, used to be more or less what you wanted to do for big magical power. Clearly, went wrong. Other spirits, a bit murdery about it. Which, hey, fair. But, as far as I guess as far as you two are concerned, he points to kind of Nira and Wu Ming, and then Wu Ming and Heidi, and he's trying to figure out who he's referring to with that. Yeah, you've got a cult on your hands. It's gonna be fun. I mean, fun for me, not necessarily for literally anyone else who has to deal with it, or the consequences of their actions.
So we remove it at the source.
Possibly. I mean, the other gator might be content with, my friend is no longer condemned to eternal torment as a big magic item. That often does it. That's why you gotta be pretty sure to make sure your magic items don't. It's why you have to be pretty sure to destroy the magic items if you figure out that's what's happening. That is what I was going to say, and what I was always planning to say in that sentence.
So, destroying it was a good thing?
We're not destroying the staff. It needs to be studied.
The
how much more
staff
studying?
doesn't exist anymore. It's ash now.
Collapsed
I think
Oh,
Wumi says that and looks over and it's gone.
Oh no. I'd rather retcon that because
Okay.
I thought you were
Okay.
just describing the spirit crumbling to dust. I didn't know the staff also crumbled.
Yeah, as soon as the
Okay.
spirit left it, the bones started aging very rapidly, as if it was suddenly becoming its true age, and dust. Poof. So there's dust all over the ground and on you and around
Oh, okay.
you.
Okay, then in that case, I think Wu Ming would freak out more. She would go, wait, no, damn it! And she like pounds her fist against like a root of a tree that's jutting out of the swamp. She just like sort of leans against the root and looks up at you, Nira, Karnane, and Haiti. And she just goes, Nira, what do you mean cut it off at the source?
I mean, if there's dark evils about, we must stop it at all cost.
Obviously.
No offense,
I
Karnane.
agree.
None taken.
Thank you. And I mean, at all cost.
Well, for once, I'm completely on your page, Nira.
And she just
The
gives
other-
a little smile.
I look up at you, Haiti, and I say, "Your butterfly. As much as I hate that you're live streaming all of this right now, including my mental breakdown, did your butterfly get a record of where those two absconded off to?"
I haven't checked all the footage since we kind of just finished fighting, but, sure, we can, let me just, scrub through and let me check. And so, Haiti will start, kind of sinking in with the butterfly and kind of just, you can kind of see, like, flashes of light going through their eyes as they're kind of, like, reviewing the footage.
I think Nira stands behind you and just like watches as well, like just big ol' eyes, just.
While this is happening, Wu Ming approaches Karnane, like for a quick private word.
Yeah, Garnane leans in.
Karnane,
Yeah.
how did you know all of this? How did you see?
I mean, I said it for the camera, but you know, I ordered the spirit to inform me what was going on, and in its own kind of roundabout way, it more or less did. You know, flashes of memory leading up to your horrible murder and use in a dark ritual. Pretty standard stuff, albeit generally nicer than how I normally get it. But hey,
You can tell Wu Ming looks unnerved. You can just do that?
I mean, not to like humans. You're kind of all mortal and stuff, but weird monsters and stuff, sure.
I see. Well, I'm glad you're on our side.
Hey, that makes two of us. And he kind of gives her a slap on the back and then kind of leans in and whispers, "You doing okay? That got a little rough."
I don't know what it was. The instant the staff crumbled to bone dust, all of that jealous rage, arrogance inside me just faded away.
Yeah, spirits will do that. I mean,
Mira's right. We have to gut this at the source.
yeah, I mean, even odds 50-50 on if it's the crocodile or the wizard dude, but you know, I'm betting on wizard dude at the moment.
Yeah, me too. Fuck that guy.
Excellent. And I think with that, you may want to handle directions this time. I'm not great at it. Among my many powers, finding where I'm supposed to go, not on the list.
With that, I turn to Nira and Haiti to see if anything's come up on the scrubbing.
Hey, Nira. Remember when you used that luck point last session?
Yeah.
Well, it seems like you're getting some sort of a divine intervention right now.
Oh, good. That's great.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Yeah. So as all of this is going, you suddenly get this feeling of urgency. Like you really need to go badly.
Oh, like I just gotta pee? I was like,
Sorry.
Gods need to pee?
Nature calls.
Nature calls.
Well, nature calls, but
Literally.
not that way.
Oh.
Nature is calling, but not in the way I just realized I said it. Okay. So you get,
I have to need to go.
yeah, you need to answer the call of nature.
Gotta answer the call of the wild. Got it.
Yes. And
You mean you have to use the restroom? I didn't know gods needed to use the restroom. Like, Katie is just hearing that and is just, like, still skimming and
Yeah, I think she's
seeing
like,
the footage. Huh.
I need to talk to a river. Hold on. And I think she's just gonna. And we're in a swamp, right? Like,
Yeah.
just like
yeah, there's
she's
plenty.
just gonna walk right into the middle of like the swamp water, just like waist high. Just
Yep. And you start to get a similar to what Carnane experienced, but you wouldn't know, but just out of game, just a similar kind of flash of images, which gives you this feeling of urgency. Now you need to solve it soon. And it's these random images of other sort of creatures, weapons, you're not sure, different people, all these different elements, they're all sort of mingling together, and all you feel is this ominous dread of nothingness, of nature being sucked dry.
that's not good. Question. Bouncing off that feeling, can I try to investigate a mystery, try to figure out like where to go from here?
Yeah,
Oh, and I have a -1 sharp, so let's do this.
you can do it. I believe in you.
Come on, dice. Come on.
Maybe they need to go to some dice jail if they.
Yeah, they do. That was another 6.
At least you can
Look,
mark
at some point,
experience.
just take the
Yes,
XP.
you
Yeah.
do. That is a good way to get experience.
I'll just get my XP and just call it a day. Oh, look, I got a second one. Boop. All right,
right.
cool. I think she's standing out there and she's trying to grab some more information in regards to this, and because mortal realm is still confusing to her, she's like, I don't know where to even begin.
You get the small sort of maybe thought, inspiration spark, who knows, that you're with people who usually get lots of information. Maybe that's a good start. But who and where and what, that's kind of fuzzy. But your friends, they're fonts of information.
Mira, everything okay?
By the way, she's still standing in the middle of the swamp, like so waist high, like just y'all just
Solid.
see her just wade out into the water and just like sort of like stare up at the sky,
Answering nature's call.
answering nature's call, surrounded in her element.
Mira,
I think
what?
And I think
What are you?
she turns to look, and her big old yellow eyes are actually just whited over as she's like turning to look at you, and then they just start fading, like the whiteness fades away, and it's the big old yellow eyes again.
What was that?
Oh, just communication with the world around. I was gonna say she was gonna say the world around her, but she's like, not really the world around her. Just words from the higher ups.
Cryptids. Haiti, report.
And she was about to explain more, and then she
Moving is like disinterested now.
Yeah, and she's like,
Don't treat me like one of your agents. Hold on.
How do you prefer I treat you?
Like a human being? Sheesh, my gosh. Co-parent to our child?
Speaking of which, this is not a suitable situation for said child, Haiti.
How was I supposed to know that, like, still skimming through and looking and analyzing the footage is just like, how was I supposed to know that we were gonna fight a crocodile and this mage with a staff, and just keeps on going, and then oh, I think I got something. And well, I'd like to find something, but I was wondering to use investigate a mystery
What are you trying to find out?
or read a bad situation. I want to know where the croc and the mage got off to, like at least in which direction they disappeared to. Like maybe the
okay,
butterfly.
Investigate a mystery is probably the better one.
Okay. Yeah, that was my first.
And as you are rolling in and seeing how you do on this roll, at this point, as you're saying, how can a child, how was I supposed to know a child? Timtin kind of just wanders over and horks up what the last ate. And going, nah.
Disgusting. Tim. What is that, a dead fish? When did you... Come here. And Booming picks up
If you
Tim.
eat small cursed things when you're young, you'll build up a resistance to bigger cursed things when the people whose lives you've ruined come after you.
Carnane...
It's great for a kid.
Tim is not going to grow up to become a... Did you feed Tim? What did you...
I should stop talking.
Yes, you should. Preferably forever.
All right, I guess to save Carnane, I rolled a 9.
All right. So you get to hold 1 to
Hold
spend
1.
on a question.
Which direction did the croc and mage go to?
They went that way. Sorry, I realize this is incredibly helpful. But in descriptive terms, you see from the footage and them running off, they kind of bound off in another patch of. Oh shit, there was this Twitter thing that actually had what the different things are called. I'm gonna stick with a swamp or a marsh because I don't know the alkaline or basicness. Sorry, the basic or acidic nature of this area.
That's fine.
But yes, they went off in the direction of what you think is more bog, like swamp, marshy thing towards the sea. So further south.
They headed that way and points south towards the sea.
Then let's go.
Excellent. Yeah, lead the way, and I'll back you up.
All right.
Do I need to get out of the water in order for me to like head in that way direction, or is it like will I hit land eventually and start walking?
You'll hit land eventually, but it's just it's swampy. There's always some layer of wetness and squelchiness in this place.
Well, I mean, she's in the water, so like I
Yeah.
was just wondering, should she just swim it?
And the other thing you feel being more attuned to the sea, I don't know whether you are sort of like water is water, or whether you feel different when you're in seawater versus freshwater.
I mean, technically, you would feel difference because if a saltwater fish goes into freshwater, they technically drown on too much
Yeah.
oxygen or something
Yeah,
like that.
you don't
Yeah,
you don't
it's-
really
it's
enjoy
bad.
being here because this is very freshwater stuff. But when you heard they're going towards the sea,
I was like, my baby, my home.
yeah, like I'm not gonna make you kind of do some sort of like, oh, you feel sick or anything, but it doesn't feel great.
It's not the best.
Yeah. But yeah, you can just squelch your way over.
I'll swim through it.
Yeah. Okay, so as you make your way, you at some point you're able yeah, so it is a swamp, and you it doesn't take you long to find a big swath of like vegetation being trampled on, because this crocodile's huge, like huge. And you sort of see also blood stains as clearly something, not the crocodile, definitely something smaller human bleeding. And is there anything you would like to do or prepare, or do we skip to the part where you eventually catch up?
I'd like to have a quick word with Haiti as
All right.
rooming. So while we're squelching through the squishy earth, boots going over mud, I think Wooming
this.
is leading Boog by the reins, because I don't know if Boog would do very well with Wooming on his back. And Boog is just snarfing and snorting and like shaking like mites off of, their big antlers getting caught on the vines and like bumping into branches.
It's like a
Wooming-
Swiffer when it's going through the top half, so like the antlers are now got a collection of
they've
various
got, like-
vegetation. Got
There's,
some
like, a bird's nest.
ornamentation. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So Wooming leans over to Haiti and says, "Look, we're probably wandering into even more danger. Can you just hang back and keep Tim safe?"
Gross. Is like each step is just like gross. And looks at Wooming. Yeah, of course. Well, I was actually thinking maybe if we hit a town before we find the croc, maybe I can leave them with someone. Pay them.
I don't know.
Dimjin's having a blast squelching in all the mud and getting dirty.
Oh no.
think I don't know which is more dangerous for Tim, being here in the middle of a monster fight or with people who don't understand what they are.
You're right. Well, I mean, I'm usually not in the front of the fight, so maybe Tim will just like usual, just stick with me.
Yeah, make sure they do, okay? I don't want them to get hurt. But as Wu Ming's looking at you, you can maybe intuit that she's also referring to you.
Do I see that?
I
Or,
think you
like,
can
do
pick
I
up
get
on it. I think you pick up on it.
Yeah, since Haiti knows, like, they don't take that kind of care and kindness well, and will try to shrug it off like as a joke. So they'll just be, you know me, like I'll just you won't even know I'm there. I'll just be in the back. I'll be cheering you on, Wu Ming. Whoop whoop.
Right. That. Thanks. Leave all the taking big hits to Carnane.
Yeah, he can totally take it. Oh, Tim, that evil bastard. Oh, wait, sorry, bad word. That evil thing that gave you dead fish to eat. Oh,
No, you can say bastard. And Wu Ming like strides forward, leading Book. And that's it. I just wanted a quick scene.
Yep. Anything else? So the batch that you are going through is forest. Sorry, not forest. Swamp. We're going through a variety of vegetation zones as I try to describe this. So you go through swamp, and the swamp starts to become a little less dense and a little sort of thinner. There's more sand. It's giving way more to sand now, as you think you're coming close to some sort of a inlet, tributary. I don't know. I didn't do very well in geography when it comes to natural formations. But you come to a place where you think the sea is starting to mix in with the fresh water. And in a clearing, this is the scene you see where this crocodile is essentially with its two front paws holding this creature that is very beaten and bloody and probably doesn't have much long to live. And you hear this growl and rumbling, which I believe Nira and Carnane can only really decipher quickly enough, which says, "Release them
Question.
now."
Can I do a thing?
Yes, you may.
I want to, if they're near water, I kind of want to quickly try to knock the crocodile off. It's a crocodile, right? Not an alligator. Is that right?
Crocodile.
Yeah, I want to knock the crocodile off, whatever it is, by like waving. She waves her hand and like pushes like some water to like push the crocodile like away for momentarily.
Yeah, you can either do it by kicking some ass or maybe using some magic.
Try to see which one's better. Oh, I could kick some ass. Let's do that.
All right.
And I got different dice now because the other ones are in timeout.
Is the crocodile now visible to us?
Yeah. The crocodiles. Crocodile, and you assume the man with the staff.
Yeah. So that's an 8.
That's an 8. So you basically get to swap blows. Yeah, so please describe what you do, and then I will describe how you might take some harm.
Yeah, I think as Nira gets closer, her eyes start glowing. And it's not the white that you saw with the communication. It's more like her actual irises. The yellow starts glowing like a more of a yellow, and she like moves her hands together like almost like forming a ball and like twists it and like does like a uppercut sort of situation. So like, and you'll see further like closer to where they are. There's like this like vortex of like water sort of like pulling around and like becoming like a sphere before slamming into the crocodile's underneath the chin, just to knock it back.
Yeah. So you definitely do that, and kind of the crocodile loses the grip of this man. However, in trying to do that, you get some splashback of fresh water in your mouth.
Ugh.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say it gives you, rather than taking another harm, I'll say it'll give you a -1 on your next either kicking ass or using magic because you're a little, uh, you're kind of retching just a little.
I also feel like it's gotten in her eye.
Yeah. Yeah. So that happens. What do the rest of you do?
I think so. Garnane's going to kind of stride up that giant thorn weapon on his shoulder, and I am going to try and use communicate with this thing and basically go, "Your partner is free. I need the cultist. Your choice if you're alive at the end of it." And I'm basically trying to tell it, we freed them, or we've released them as far as we can tell, but we need to talk to this dude. You know, put
Okay.
off a fight for a minute.
Uh,
And
I believe that is probably close to a manipulate someone.
yep, manipulate someone, which I can do to monsters because I am the
Yep.
summoned. 8-7.
Okay. So yeah, they say, why? Why do you need this gnat? What I like, basically is sort of like, okay, like doesn't quite believe you, but is sort of waiting for, like did you really like it can't be that easy, sort of a feeling. You can hear that in their voice. Like, who
All
are
right.
you? How it's impossible.
Let's see. I think he says, I think that guy knows where more of them are. And I also haven't eaten anyone since I got to this time period. And Wu Ming probably isn't going to let me eat this guy. But I'm really holding out hope here. But more importantly, he may know where more of them are, and there may be more to the entire people grabbing spirits and turning them into horrible magic items things, and my friends don't really approve of any of that. So that's now my problem.
And this crocodile stops and pauses and says, if you have truly released my mate, then give me the staff.
Yeah, the staff's destroyed pretty comprehensively.
And there's this very awkward pause. And you see this man is struggling, kind of very weakly trying to get away while no one's watching.
Hey,
As-
Yeah.
you stop moving.
Yeah, I draw my bow, and I draw a bead on him, and I say, "Move another step, and your foot is coming off."
and stops moving, and the creature stops, looks you straight in the eyes, and says, you are not mortal, yet you are not one of us. I cannot sense if you are lying to me or not. However, I do not sense their presence in this world. So, I do think you are telling the truth. Fine, creature, whoever or whatever you are, I will let this gnat be your plaything.
And I think, because, Nier can hear all this, and she's like, thank you.
And the crocodile kind of growls once more at the man, and the man's kind of like quivering at this point, and the crocodile starts going into, almost like melding into the water that is going to the fresh water, and starts kind of melding and disappearing into the water. And after a few moments, is gone.
Wait, what's going on? Why are we letting that one go?
Oh,
Carnane,
that
what did
one's
it say?
that's not the problem.
It just wanted its partner free. We already did that, and it isn't sure what I am, so it kind of took me at my word and bailed. But what we do have is a lead on your cult problem. And, maybe second lunch for me? Maybe,
Let's see how evil this person is before we.
Hey, that sounds
them to you.
promising. That sounds promising. Okay.
I put my bow away and I take out my talwar, which is like a long, like blade, at the ready, and I approach this worm of a man,
whose face is quite bloody and teeth missing from being hauled rather rather undelicately across many miles of land.
I press my boot onto his chest, so he squicks a little bit into the swamp, and I lower the point of my blade to his throat, and I say, "Speak now."
And kind of looks at you, is kind of scared, but also there's this kind of look of defiance as the monster has now left, and just weakly kind of spits in your direction, doesn't even aim, like it kind of aims your boot rather than the intended target of maybe your torso or face.
And I think Nero steps up next to her and is like looks down and she's like, "Don't make me do it again, mortal."
Looks at you and eyes widen off like, oh no, not again.
Speak.
I don't know what you mean. Speak what? Speak.
Tell us about the artifact, the staff, everything you know about what's going on here. This evil that you're bringing into the world, it must be destroyed.
Evil? It's evil? What evil? I don't know any evil. What?
The water starts bubbling behind him. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, the crocodile thing was evil. Whatever you are with the tentacles and whatever, you're evil, right? Like, why aren't you dealing with that person there?
the tentacles?
And points at Carnane.
Oh, the carapace.
Tentacles, carapace, doesn't matter?
Yes, it does. They're quite different. I have a lot of octopus friends. How dare you?
Listen, coward.
Yeah,
I know better.
Tentacles are a lot more benign, and Carnane kind of grins and keeps grinning, and mouth keeps stretching, and that's a lot of very inhuman teeth. But if you want an introduction, I'm sure we could get down to the finer points of what exactly I am in a moment. But for now, hey, if you want to put that off, you can maybe tell us where you got the staff.
I was just told to take it to somewhere. Someone just handed it to me and told me to take it to this particular place, and that it had some powers.
Who was it?
I don't know. I didn't know. I'm just a courier.
The
Where
water's
did
still
they meet
bubbling.
you?
Sorry, what'd you say?
The
woman?
water's still bubbling. Just like in the background.
Yeah. Oh, what'd you say,
Harder.
moving? I didn't quite hear the last thing you said.
Where did you meet this person?
It was it was in cold somewhere. Help.
Carnane's gonna lean over to Haydee and kind of go and say to them, this seems like it more be, your thing than mine, and I don't want to say it to their faces. I'm not sure the others are great at this. I mean, it's very much my style, but I'm pretty sure that's a bad thing.
Hades smiling and I kind of just wanted the mage to be scared just a little bit. Let me, I don't think, I think the mage is kind of too scared now to talk. Let me try something. And we'll walk towards the mage, Tim is safely in a bag, so not showing, and kind of goes kind of in between Nira and Wu Ming, and it's just like, all right, that's enough. That's enough showing off your powers, and great, no big deal. Let me see if I can try something.
Fine. Wu Ming backs off, but says so only Haiti can hear. But if he doesn't sing, I'm going to make him croak. And I back off.
And Haiti nods once and kind of looks at the mage and goes, you know, sorry about my friends there. They can be a lot, right?
You're friends
But-
with these lunatics?
Don't call them lunatics. That's rude. Do you want them? Like, I can just turn around and
No. Just
And the funny thing is, Nero was like starting to walk away, and then stopped as they were starting to turn, and so she was like, "Do you need me?" So she like looks back at Haiti, be like,
kind of like Haiti makes a face just like, it's okay, and looks back, and
you seem really reasonable. Like,
so reasonable. And you know what? I mean, could you blame us? We did a big of a fight earlier, but as you can see, your croc friend isn't here, and it's just you, and points at these two, and it's just like, we just have questions.
look, okay, I was just told that because I was very good with magic and elemental magic that I would be okay with this thing, and all I had to do was to take this from this place and then take it to this other place, and
do you know what place that is?
that's the thing. It was tied to the staff. When I was holding it, it had my directions.
Looks at Carnane. Oh, really? And looks back.
And the minute I lost the staff, I don't even know why I'm here beyond I was going to be paid for it, and I just had to deliver it.
You were paid. Who hired you?
So, in Koldak, while we're studying magic, it's great. We get to learn our craft. We get to be really good at it. But sometimes all that upkeep, getting all the ingredients, keeping up with everything, going to all those places, they need money. And, I've just started out as a student, and I'm not really doing all that great. Don't have the money for everything. And then someone said I could earn some extra cash delivering stuff. At first it was food, and then it was like, well, I can't be just delivering food for Cories, which is like the smallest currency, like it's pennies essentially, or like chump change. And it's like, and just like, after a while someone tipped me off that, hey, they needed mages for this very special delivery, and that it was definitely like hush hush, discretion was the thing. And I was just like, ooh, if it's discretion there would be more money. So then I had, they said they'd give me like a handsome allowance that would let me not just be able to afford everything, but I could, treat myself, do some really good food, to this place called Soko. You've heard of Soko? It's an awesome place. I heard they have
Okay, yeah,
21
stay on target.
Tasting
let's
menu.
Stay on target. Yep. Let's stay on target. So so for your food goals, you continued?
Yeah, so then I got this thing. They tied my eyes and so I couldn't see where I was taken or whatever. And then they kind of told me, hey, the staff will lead you to where you need to go. And the next thing I knew, I was heading in a particular direction, and then suddenly this creature was chasing me. So I tried to stay out of civilization so I wouldn't hurt anybody, because of that creature kept following me. It was like nuts, I tell you, nuts. And then Yeah, I was just, and then I just like got hurt because I ended up tripping and falling into this like really spiky thing. Did you see that really spiky thing in the swamp? It's really
Mm-hmm.
spiky and it's really,
Oh, I bet.
yeah. So then I decided to just go to the village, to get some healing supplies.
Of
And then that
course.
thing came, and then suddenly, as if, when I was about to almost die, something kicked in, and I just suddenly magic was pouring through me. Like, oh my god, it was such a rush. It's like having, like, 10 cups of tea in one tea. Do you know the rush?
I can't say that I have, but it sounds like a rush.
Yeah, and then the next thing you know, I was in the forest, and then you came, and then I was, I don't know, fighting, and then
Mm-hmm.
the crocodile ate me, and then
Mm-hmm.
we're here, and then I almost died again, but I didn't have the stick anymore. Oh man, this was so not worth it.
Sometimes well, that's the moral of the story. Usually the fast way isn't the best way. But, and kind of looks around and just like, is there anything else? I feel like I'm kind of stuck here. I don't know what
I
else
don't
to
get
ask.
to eat this guy, do I?
No.
Corey's so disappointed. I think Nira's actually, because, there was a lot of talking. I think Nira comes back and she's like, did you get the answers?
Yeah, like I think Wu Ming was hanging out with Nira. Like,
Carnage
got
was
tuned
actually
out.
listening. He was hoping this
Booming.
guy would have done something really horrible so that I could justify, convince everyone else. But
just a
no,
broke college
he's
student.
just kind of. It's just really easy to get people to join a dark cult these days. It
Right,
used
his
to be,
Postmates
you
job
have to
turned
skulk
into the
about
dark
in the
side.
shadows and offer endless power and all of the normal stuff, and now you just have to offer someone a few bucks and they'll be your patsy.
Yeah, he
Because
didn't want to go Nash anymore.
capitalism, that's bull. I had to do all of this manually. And
yeah,
now I don't even get to eat a guy.
I think Nira sort of like leans in and she's like, so where did you get hired?
Well,
He doesn't know it was a
He
weird.
does know. He was hired by somebody at least.
Someone in Koldak.
Oh,
It
yeah,
was
so-
in
I mean,
Koldak.
I could-
Where was this?
It was in Koldak.
Is Koldak a city?
Yeah, it's the city
Yeah,
you're
that's
all
where
in.
we started,
Yeah,
right?
Okay.
it's our city.
Yes,
Um,
we know Koldak, but where in Koldak's pretty big.
It was like this, like, well, my friend. Actually, I'm not sure he's really my friend.
You know, you could just tell us the location.
And the person.
For the record, anyone who gets you to join a dark cult isn't your friend unless they give you the unlimited
Wait.
power up front.
Dark
This
cult?
is why I do not give the unlimited.
Wait.
What dark cult are you talking about?
Carnane, please
That-
don't confuse
that-
him.
And with that, I think we will take a very, very short break and be right back in 5 minutes. Stretch your legs, hydrate. Don't be hangry, or what's the word when you're thirsty? Tangry?
Dehydrated?
Yeah.
Just dehydrated, I guess.
Anyways,
Yeah, this
we will
good
be
scene.
Okay.
Right before we throttle this mage.
okay. So
This
yeah,
guy.
stay tuned. We will be back within 5 minutes.
Excellent.
so welcome back from our break. I hope you all rehydrated and stretched and, answered that call of nature if it did call, because I can't believe I didn't realize the thing I said after I said it.
It has been a while since I've heard that term, so I get it.
No,
No one's been out in nature for a year and a half.
This is true.
That is very true.
I mean, it is safe to go out in nature, just not around other people in nature.
Just not with other human beings.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So picking up from where we left off before we took our break, you discover you actually finally got to speak to the mage, and the mage turns out to just be a chump, not unlike another chump Carnane knows. Yeah. So where do you want to go from here?
So real quick before we let him go or whatever we're doing, I think Nira looks down at him, but also is asking the question to everybody. It's like, what mage school did you go to?
And gives the name of a mage school, which we certainly would all know, but the keeper currently does not have it because life happened.
Notes are
Yes.
Notes are a thing, yeah.
Notes are a thing, and I will certainly keep in mind for next game there will be a name of this college, but assume it is a college, a magic college.
And I think she's like, and who is your friend?
And also the name of said friend.
Simon.
Simon.
Chad.
Oh my god, Chad is the worst. And then she looks down and she's like, what is your name, mortal?
I'll say Raj. The name of the friend is Raj.
Okay.
R-A-J.
And-
I'm sorry to
Alright.
any other Raj who is probably quite nice, but we're going with Raj.
Mhm. And she asked him, like, what is your name, mortal? Like,
My name?
yes.
Are you going to take my soul or something if I tell you my name?
Please.
I've
that
heard
just
of people
happens?
like that. I've
answer
heard of
her,
people like
please.
that if you tell them your name, suddenly they're able to get everything from you.
Just
Please don't hurt me.
Just give her your damn name, please.
You don't need to give me your name for that to happen.
What?
You might as well just do it.
Carnane.
Okay, it's Kyer.
Noted. Thank you. And she stands up and walks away.
I appreciate your assistance, Kyer. And then I bang the blunt end of my Talawar against his head to knock him out.
Ooh.
Yep, out like a light. Not like there was much strength in him anyway.
I pick him up and I sling him across Boog's back, and I address Cardinane. If it turns out that he's harboring even more secrets after the agency's done with him, I'll make sure you get a bite.
Hey, see, this is why we're friends, Wu Ming.
I'd hesitate to call it friendship, but whatever.
I
And
know.
Wu Ming gets on Boog's back.
All right. What would you all like to do now?
I think we've got Wu Ming needs to deliver this guy to the agency and report on
100%.
the thing. Yeah.
Definitely.
Carnane, I think, is going to try and see if he can track down Raj.
Yeah, Haiti wants to go to the school and Haiti can probably kind of pretend to be a student, or at least walk around and kind of just go where the kids go to hang out.
Hello, fellow students. I too
Yes.
am a student.
Oh, please let Nira come with me.
If you want.
Yes.
I was doing the what's that guy's name? That meme where he's like, "Hello, the cool kids. I too am a cool kid."
Yeah.
Like sort of. Like,
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yes.
but yes,
Yeah.
Near's
Katie,
like,
you're literally like a YouTube star, though. It's like if like someone like showed up at your college, they're like, "Isn't that Markiplier?" And you're like, "No, it's just me."
In fairness, that's a solid way to get information.
Even better, they'll definitely want to tell me
That's
anything.
true,
I
that's
wanna
true.
know.
It's like a celebrity going to college.
yeah. So Near can either go with Carnine to find Raj, or she can go with Haiti to go to school. I think going to school would be the best option, honestly.
Okay.
Shenanigans.
Okay, so you eventually make your way back to Koldak. We'll fast forward that. If there's any conversation you wanna or do something en route while you're traveling, we can do that, or we can skip right to the different scenes or places you would like to go. So you. I was also gonna say you kind of just left that Makara and are not going back. Is that correct?
The town?
The town Makara,
Yeah,
which you
I mean,
realize is named after the creature itself.
Huh.
Oh, it's a little spirit. It was protecting this town. That's why.
We should probably at least check to see if the water's still dead there.
Yeah. Let's make a pit stop.
Yeah, let's make a detour.
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes you about several hours to come back. And time is a wibbly wobbly timey thing, and I forget what time all of this is happening. So we'll just cut to an appropriate time, let's say the next morning. Yeah, it looks like whatever was dead stays dead, but it seems like some life is blooming back. Unfortunately, it will take a while for the freshwater fish and whatever food they depended on that to return. Like, it's dead. It's gonna take a while to recover, but it looks like that kind of dead, that feeling of death is slowly dissipating.
Can I help speed up the can I do a magic to like help speed up the process?
You certainly may.
And I think the fresh water is probably still affecting me, so I'll use my -1 on that. So
Yep.
okay, so that's a magics. Use
Yep.
magics.
Yep, use a magic.
On a week, so it's just gonna be a straight -1 on my roll. Cool, because I have a 0 in weird. I am the worst divine creature.
My
I
God.
swear. I'm not sharp, and I'm not really that weird.
Well,
I
you're
have
not
no
supposed to be
charm.
good at everything.
I know this is true. Gonna take that experience.
Ooh.
That was a 5 on the dice, so that is a 4.
Wow.
Yeah,
right.
you know how to sort of rejuvenate the sea. Freshwater is not your thing. The townsfolk look expectantly at you and then sort of give you almost this pitying look of like, it's
Oh, you.
okay. It's fine. You must be really tapped out from fighting that great creature. It's okay.
Oh, I'm going to try and do like use magic / maybe big magic as just get the townsfolk to make, some minor sacrifices to me to regenerate the land a little quicker.
Wait, can I interfere? Is there like an interfere move I can take?
I believe
Intercept.
there is. I'm trying to help out, but
Right, I think it's just
that's-
Apocalypse World that has it.
Yeah, it's
Too bad.
You could probably do like just reverse help out. So
yeah,
you roll the
reverse
thing
help out.
and
I'll
then
just
Help
minus
out.
one
You
instead.
help out by you're helping out the builders by
So-
intercepting them.
By
so
intercepting,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
whatever
Roll.
it says there where it grants a +1, I will allow you if you roll it to grant a -1.
Okay, roll plus cool. I have +3 for cool. So that is a 4, 3, that's 7 plus 3, that's
And
a 10.
if you roll a 12 plus, essentially your roll will act as if you got a 1.
So that's so you got a 10, so that's just flat out I get a -1 on this. I have
Yes.
weird +2, that goes down to +1. So I get a 10, I get a 11 because of the -1.
Wow,
it would
you're
be a 12. So it's just like, yes, sacrifice me horses and I will bring back your fish.
And I'm like, no, stop. You don't have to. Just like in
They
the
get
corner.
fish, I get blood. It's a fair trade. It's this capitalism thing you guys came up with, right? It's just a human idea I am applying in a fair and equitable manner.
Carnane, these poor villagers.
It's like a horse.
Yeah,
Boog snorts at you distrustfully.
so
It's not a deer.
they are actually getting close to kind of being hungry and starving, so that actually seems like a great idea. So they give you their one donkey that the entire village used. They just give it to you. And please describe how it turns into fish.
I think it's straight up like he kind of grabs it, opens wide, and this thing kind of compresses and fits in. He basically swallows it in a bite. And there's a moment where it looks like nothing's happening and the sky kind of grows dark. There's like a thunderbolt off in the distance, and kind of a fish leaps out of the stream. Another, a third, a fourth. Success! Still got it! And
Hades' back is
Arnade's
turned from all. Sorry, go on, Bashir.
Arnade's kind of cheering to himself because he wasn't sure if he could still do that.
Wow.
He hasn't done that for like 8,000 years, most of which was spent in Iraq. And he was guessing as much as these villagers were, or he was like going out on a limb, more or less as much as the villagers were, as to whether that would actually do anything. But like, kind of, as the minutes roll on, it's just there are absurd number of fish appearing in this lake, seemingly from nowhere. Summoned by whatever dark will he has worked. I was hoping that would fail so I could use a luck point on it and bring the apocalypse closer. But, yeah. Evidently, it also doesn't have horrific long-term consequences, which is going to be a surprise for everyone.
Yeah, it's they were thinking, it's like, well, I don't want my children to starve. I don't want to whatever. I'll take whatever comes to me. And it's just like, wait, it just cost us our only donkey, our only transport of this village.
And yeah, and and then I think he's gonna turn to the other. So, did either of you keep the? I think Nira and Haiti had both gotten horses for the ride here. He's like, so, do either of you want to sell these guys a horse? They might need one. Now, ish.
Actually, I think Nira rode with
Oh, right. So we do in fact just have one horse to sell, if we are going to do that.
Technically, it's agency property, but you know what? Just take it. It's fine. I'll talk to my boss about it. Here.
Hey.
Thank you.
Everyone wins except your boss, and you know.
And you see, as you start to sort of like, leave, that someone's creating a clay sculpture of you, Fernane.
That is a terrible idea, but I'm going to let it happen.
And
on our way out, I want to stop by the village leader, whoever
Yep.
it seems like is in charge
that
here.
was, I believe I had given a name, Shomu.
Shomu. Okay, I stop by Shomu, and I say, listen, we've destroyed whatever evil was plaguing your town. You are a hardy people. You'll bounce back.
Thank you. And, thank your divine friend for the fish.
Carnane, no. Don't thank me. Don't thank Carnane. Thank Russia.
Carnane. Yes, the name. And sort of, you see the person making the clay sculpture nearby is just like putting like inscription of Carnane, the savior.
Fish giver?
That is definitely the opposite of what Carnane is, but okay.
I know, right? Yeah.
Carnane, the giver of fish, the savior of Makara.
If this is anything like the Firefly episode with Jane.
Yeah. Oh my God, it is Jane.
And then someone might even be suggesting, perhaps since our guardian turned our back on us, we should call ourselves the town of Carnane now.
Nope. Do not do that. Definitely do not do that. In exchange for the horse, don't do that. Okay, that's the only price I ask.
I think Carnane's kind of leaning over to I forget the college dude's name.
Kyre.
Geyer. So, see, that's how you start a dark cult. None of this, hey, I'll give you $10 stuff.
What
Is he
dark
still unconscious?
cult?
Entire town they're
Is he-
It's been like a few
Well,
hours, right?
it depends.
Unconscious.
It depends whether you keep him unconscious, because it's gonna.
I
be
keep him. Every morning I bonk him on the head.
Okay.
He's gonna have
in that
quite the
case,
headache
that
when
is
he gets up.
So in that case, this is whispered to Tim Tim. This is how you start a dark cult, buddy. you give an entire town fish or something else they need, victory over their enemies, horses, one of the shinier metals, whichever. Then you get all the goodies.
Does
This is how you do it.
Does Tim
None of
Tim
this-
start giving a random villager a fish and kind of going like, eh?
Tim, Haiti, Nero, let's go.
Alright, come on, Tim Tim. We're going home now.
Tim Tim's just giving a piece of fish to everyone they can find.
Are they like? Do they have like in their wings, and they're just like plucking off of like the fish in their wings, and just like trying to
Like,
beak it
you
out?
get a fish. You get a fish. You get a fish.
If you want.
That sounds delightful. And back to Koldaka now, is that right?
Yes, and with that, I think we are going to finish this current episode, so we have time for answering the last, end of session questions, as well as doing introductions. So, as we end this episode, we will answer some questions, and for, I think, 1 or 2 yeses, you all get to mark 1 experience, and if you get 3 or 4, you get to mark 2. So question number 1, did we conclude the current mystery?
Yes.
Question number 2, did we save someone from a certain death or worse?
Yeah. We saved the mage dude, right? The croc looked like he was gonna rip him apart.
Yeah, and
we
I would
saved
even say
Maine,
the village coming back.
and we
And...
saved
Yeah.
the village. Yup.
Okay, question number 3, did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes. There's an
Yes.
evil cult.
There's a
You can
cult.
forge cults for really cheap under capitalism.
The new gig economy. Oh, that's just a little too close to real. Okay. And the last question, did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
Um, Did we? I mean, did we know that Carnane
I think Carnane actively
Sacrifices
starts
like
a
that?
cult might be something new and important. In terms of it's not just this weird monster dude who is inexplicable, who is decided to help out and be kind of a nuisance, but there is in fact something really weird going on there in terms of spirits being unable to identify him, actively getting people to make giant sacrifices, stuff like that. I'm not sure how much of it is new, but the cult definitely was.
I feel like personally, not quite there yet. I feel like we need to cross that bridge a little bit more with Carnane, to get to the conclusion of, oh, you will bring forth the apocalypse. I don't think any of us know that yet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no way.
no.
Not from
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess
you're
that's
muted,
a no.
Morgan.
Morgan, you're mute.
Bah. Stupid mutants. So the chat, at least Jess is on the Huetopia channel page, Nature's Calls,
Oh,
Yeah.
where I can communicate with
yeah.
the divine. That's new, I guess.
That is new.
That is new.
All right. I mean, even
Okay.
if you answered no on this question, you still all get to mark 2 experience. What's
Ooh, I
our
leveled up.
experience counter on?
I got
I need
move.
one more.
I
Unlimited
leveled up.
power.
I have leveled up.
I need two
Alright.
more. I have been rolling too much.
Okay, so you get to pick something, and we can cover that off stream. And with that, I believe let's start with our outros. Where can people find you and all the cool things you're doing? And I think we'll just go the other way around. So Morgan, if you're ready, tell us who you are
Yes.
and where we can find you.
Hi, I'm Morgan. You can find me on all the socials at Serena Bezos. I am here a lot of the time. You can find me on 3 out of the 5 to 6. I don't know how many things we have. Shows. I'm here a lot. You'll see this mug a lot with Donuts and Duels, Games at a Glance, and here on Kahaaniyaan. You can find me in various other places. You can listen to my podcasts, Powered by the Players. But more than often than not, just follow me on my socials. Just follow me on, be my friend on Twitter, and like get to know what I do.
Alright.
Bashir, what about you?
Hey, you can find me on my socials. This is the only show I'm on, but I'm on a couple of books that are coming out soon. The Southlands 5e Kickstarter by Kobold Press. Alien Archive 4 by Starfinder, and you can find me on Twitter at Bashir Gauss and at havocfet.itch.io.
And Kupo.
Hello, I'm Kupo, and I played Haiti. You can find me also on my socials. Usually just retweeting. Cause time. At Kupo Night on Twitter. That's KUP0 KNIGHT. And other than that, that's where I put little updates of when I'm going live. And you can find me on my Twitch channel at Kupo_night. Currently until let me give where's the date? Until this Saturday, the 10th, I will be doing a charity stream for Charity Water, which is an organization that provides clean and safe water to communities who need that resource. It's pretty straightforward. Anything you do helps. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing charity streaming for.
And Connie.
Hey everybody, I'm Connie. I have been Wooming, your grumpy professional. My pronouns are they, he, and she. You can find me every other Sunday right here on Huetopia TV, Kahaaniyaan playing Wooming, Monster of the Week. Outside of that, every Saturday at 3 p.m. U.S. Central Time, I am the GM and executive producer for Transplanar RPG, which is an all-transgender, people of color-led, 100% homebrewed Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition live-streamed actual play campaign set in an original, non-colonial, anti-Orientalist world. You can find me on Twitter and Itch at @ByConnieChung. On Itch, I have 2 modules up, a minigame that's system agnostic for building relationships between PCs and PC NPC pairs, as well as a module called Accelerated Combat for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition that is meant to replace random encounters while traveling and doing whatever. So if that sounds interesting to you, there's tons of free community copies available, so please feel free to just go grab one. I would love to get people's feedback on that because it's my first foray into game design that I put up officially. So I'd appreciate your support in that. And yeah, I'm a friendly person. You can follow me on Twitter by Connie Chung and elsewhere. And that's it. I'll pass things back to our lovely keeper, Mariam.
Thank you. I am just so happy to have all of you here. You are all such wonderful people doing so many amazing things. Speaking of amazing things, the character art, again, just quickly, Ashwarya is an amazing artist. Please go follow
It's so
her.
good.
I will quickly put the command that is KHArt, I believe, to get to go follow her on Twitter. And as for myself, I am Mariam, and you can find me on Twitter at media_junkie. I do have my fingers and hands and many, many pies. Unfortunately, life has gotten into its way, so everything's being incredibly delayed. But what I can tell you is, you can find me here on Kahaaniyaan, and I'm usually lurking around as a co-admin slash caretaker of Huetopia. And we have lots of great programming happening, and I'm also the GM and creator of the Musafirs. We are currently recording some stuff for season 2. There was an AMA that was supposed to come out, but then again, life. If you follow me on Twitter, which is at media_junkie, you'll know exactly what that life thing was. Aside from that, yeah, if there's I do freelance writing, and I can say that I have worked for Paizo and Evil Hat, and just I am so excited for those when they're finally published to talk more openly about that. And with that, thank you all so much for tuning in, watching, or if you're gonna watch later on in a VOD on YouTube. We will probably have a big glut of all the backlog of videos on pretty soon. So stay tuned for that. And our Twitter, which I believe is Huetopia TV on Twitter, you will get information of when those VODs are available on YouTube. And with that, I'm going to take us over to the thank you for watching screen. And if you can just stay for just a couple of minutes more, we will go raid someone. And we will see you in possibly in 2 weeks from now, next 2 Sundays from now. And have a good night, everybody, and have a good weekend. And yeah, see ya.